touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it.
Well, good evening, Sigma race fans. We come at you here live tonight with an ARCA Alpha Division race from Las Vegas. This is the Lucky Lotto 120, 81 laps the distance here tonight in Las Vegas. It's been interesting as we have now opened the gates a little bit. There are some drivers that will be running both the Alpha and the Delta division to try and accrue points to win the title. We saw a couple of those drivers race last week in the Delta race over at Five Flags Speedway. So tonight marks the first of their Alpha ventures here tonight at Vegas. So getting through the lineup here tonight, you're going to have Taylor Cording and Jimmy West on the front row, followed by Caden Unji and Junior McLaughlin. Top 10 start here for Sebastian Galloway Jr. alongside Sarah Robert. Then you have Michael Bird. We saw him race at Five Flags alongside Barry Yearwall. Elijah Lemon with Dale Bush. Marcus Shields Kelly with Montana Holyfield. Terry Bull and Cassie Perkins, followed by Timothy Buchanan and Alex Pollard. Then you have Astro Atlas and Kyle Chestnut. Josh Milton and Steve Miller. Jonathan Sheridan with Matthew Hubert, along with Philip Manning, who we just saw in the truck race minutes ago, alongside Kyle Ottawa. Paul Valenzuela with Blake Williams. Mitchell Carter and Mark Walker. Alex Prime and Jeff Bolton. Tyler McCarroll with Matthew Hill, followed by Santi Messi, Lenora Hathaway, Derek Hipcam, and Daniel Voiles with Milano Grimm rounding out the field here tonight. Looks like we have about 39, maybe 38 cars in the field here, around there. Total in qualifying, 37. 81 laps are going to go by in a blur here at Vegas. These drivers are probably going to be running on one tank of fuel. It'll be close, 66 laps, so there should be at least a round of pit stops here tonight. We're going to get rolling, and someone will claim victory here tonight in the ARCA Alpha Division here at Las Vegas. Lights are out, and we're rolling. Already off to the early lead, Taylor Cording and Caden Unji. And here has a great run, 39, Sebastian Galloway Jr., that GTO looking stout on the inside line. He's going to move up into second. Trailing right behind Taylor Cording, here comes the 39, Sebastian Galloway Jr. Not wasting any time here tonight in Vegas. Here he is, looking to take the top spot away. Rolling now with a good advantage. Driving deep away with the lead. Milano Grimm with the fastest lap early here. Michael Bird, that 89 right there in the top three. Marcus Shields Kelly as well in the picture. Taylor Cording, a race winner earlier this year at Portland. Sebastian Galloway Jr. has been bridesmaid too many times to count on two hands. And looking to try and one-up that here tonight. He's definitely got the spirit, he's got the momentum, he's got the know-how and the sheer just talent to get the job done. It's just been a hard road ahead for Mr. Galloway Jr. And with this ARCA series on the way out at the end of this year, there's a lot of these drivers that want that ARCA win, something that they can, wear like a badge of honor And going forward throughout Sigma, you know, history will show that they were a race winner here in the ARCA series. So someone like Sebastian, even though he's already made his big move up through the ladder, Bridge to Cup racer, actively in a championship battle over there, has made some cup starts, and he's trying to bring the Pontiac brand back to relevancy. So you got to give him credit for sticking it out here, trying to finish out this ARCA campaign. I know there were some conversations about swapping the driver out, but ultimately he has decided, we've kept him in the 39, and it seems to be tonight at Vegas could be a great night for Sebastian. A lot of racing to go, and should be interesting. Getting there around the 08 of Jimmy West, and currently your race leader, Taylor Cording. Like I said, she won earlier this year at Portland, which was a track that Sebastian Galloway Jr. wishes he could have back. He almost had a win there in Bridge to Cup with the Portland race. ARCA, however, definitely went to Taylor Cording here, but he's got some PTSD from that Portland race for sure, and has carried it with him this year. Carried it like a chip on the shoulder. And with the vengeance, he's been striking and almost in a position to win races more times than not. Losing a little bit more ground here as Sarah Robert and Michael Bird get around him, but it's a long race. There's still 72 laps to go. Terry Bowl in the 45 looking good, as well as McLaughlin in the 66. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I know it's a late night race here, and double header action because I've got vacation around the corner. Double action header tomorrow. Double header action as well with Bridge to Cup and Cup. That one, I might be a little bit on the psychotic side to pull that off, as that's going to be easily 4+ hours of broadcasting, and I hope that we can get it in a little bit sooner than 4 hours. It's not like I'm in any crunch, but definitely getting things sorted for vacation here in a handful of days. Top 5 right now for Sebastian. 4th place, Sarah Robert, or 3rd place, Sarah Robert. 2nd place, Michael Bird. Michael Bird, man, debuted last week at Five Flag, had a front row starting position, and here he is tonight, fighting for all he's got. Yeah, better late night than never. That's always a good way of looking at it. Great night of racing here at Vegas. We always get some good action at Vegas. This is kind of the prelude, the 777 annual. Way early prelude, because we don't run that till July 7th with the Cup Series. The ARCA cars, they came here first this year. And just kind of an appetizer to what we can expect for the 777 annual. The biggest race in Sigma Cup history. It has been hosted every year on July 7th. That is how it's gained the name, the infamy of 777 annual. And July 7th, 2010, we have not missed a year since 2010. So keeping that 777 annual alive. Looks like we're going to have another great one this year. Well, Sebastian back up to second here. Getting around Michael Bird. Michael Bird looking to try and take the lead away from the 50 of Taylor Cording here. This is a battle brewing at the front of the field. Newcomers shaking it up with the veterans. Michael Bird, Terry Bull, both of them moving up to the front here. This could get interesting. Battle older than time, veterans versus rookies. Never goes out of style. And just like that, look at Terry Bull. Whoa, nearly 3 wide. Taylor gets a little bit loose into Michael Bird there. The aggression factor up 9 triple-fold here. Well, Taylor Cording is building that lead back up. Okay, I'm locked in now, folks. I had to go bounce around a couple things there. Now I'm locked in. Taylor Cording has been up front leading this whole thing, but it hasn't been without a little bit of drama. Michael Bird was up there. Terry Bull both put in a good fight. And I got Timothy Buchanan moving up into the top 3. Terry Bull settles into 4th. Marcus Shields Kelly in the top 5 with Junior McLaughlin, Astro Atlas, Josh Milton, Elijah Lemon, and Jimmy West. What in the world happened to Sebastian Galloway Jr.? Holy cow. Derek Hipcam started tail end of the field here tonight, and he's bounced all the way up to 16th so far. Sebastian Galloway Jr. has dropped all the way back to 18th. Must just been a bad line that he fell down, and he's dropped a lot of spots here so far, but still short of halfway here tonight. A lot of racing can definitely change the tides of the war. Got Daniel Voiles there in 26th. Caden Unji was up front, top 5 starting position, and Caden has fallen all the way back to 27th. Dale Bush in the truck race from earlier. Wow, Santi Messi all the way back at the tail end of the field here. Whoa, new race leader. We stepped away to do a through the field there, and I missed it. So, Michael Bird, good run here on Taylor Cording. Down the backstretch, he got the run, makes the move, secures the lead. In his series debut last week at Five Flags, Michael Bird showing up and showing down here tonight in Las Vegas. But Taylor Cording not letting him get away here. She's running him back down. That 50 has a good run here. She's going to run it down low, and they're wrecking in the background. This is ARCA racing after all. It wouldn't be complete without a wreck or two. Running back to the line, Taylor Cording looks to try and take the lead back. But she's not going to get it. It's going to be Michael Bird right at the line. Right at the line. As they come roaring into the smoke ahead of them. Woofty. Okay, we need to jump up a little ways. This happened right outside the top 10 in about 12th place. Jimmy West and Elijah Lemon get into it here. Jimmy West turns Elijah Lemon back up into the racetrack, the worst place. Oh, and lawn darts into the 34 there. That was the 39. Elijah Lemon gets in it. Just gets turned bad, very bad turn. Back into the race line, 35, 39, and a whole bunch of others. Looks like Daniel Voiles was able to slide and maneuver out of the way. This one might be a better angle here. Let's get the pit lane cam. This is going to be a cool shot here, folks. Might want to get your screenshots ready. This might be a better angle right here. Well, sometimes it's just bad luck break after bad luck break. And I don't know what else to say other than it looked great out of the gates here tonight. Great start for the 39 of Sebastian Galloway Jr. Was up front fighting for the race lead and then gets stuck in the back with the squirrels. And you all know what happens when you get back there with the squirrels. So another night of heartbreak. Still 47 laps of racing to go here tonight. Someone's got to come out on top of this. And what's interesting here is newcomers. You got Michael Bird, followed by Junior McLaughlin in the 66, Josh Milton, as well as Alex Pollard there in the top 12. Derek Hipcam, full-time season run so far has been less than spectacular. And then, of course, Terry Bull in the top 15 there, newcomer. Jimmy West, even though he took out, the spinner there, that he keeps it going here tonight. Definitely a gray area where he wrecked the car that ended up wrecking a big chunk of the field. Not half the field, only 3 retirements from that, as crazy as that is. Retirements include Elijah Lemon, 39 of Sebastian Galloway Jr., and then the 35 of Cassie Perkins out of the race here tonight. We're back and rolling here tonight in Vegas. ARCA drivers are rolling the dice. They're trying to figure out what is the best gamble here tonight to get them to victory lane. And look at the newcomer train. McLaughlin, Junior McLaughlin, and Josh Milton on that inside line with Michael Bird on the outside. Great run for Alex Pollard as well, moving into the top 10 now. Terry Bull's been up and down. He was up front fighting for the race lead. Now he's back up into the top 10 as well. Marcus Shields Kelly leads the race over Junior McLaughlin. And all kinds of track position behind them. Definitely some cars that are a little bit rougher for the wear. Contact there between Santi Messi and Lenora Hathaway. They keep it rolling forward, but definitely a bump. Rubbin is racing. Daniel Voiles in the 81 making some moves. He's up into the top 15 now in that GTO. More 3-wide action behind him. For the most part, Marcus Shields Kelly is the points leader, the overall points leader, but he's got his hands full with some very, very stout competitors new to the series, Josh Milton and Michael Bird, as well as Junior McLaughlin. Josh Milton in only his second ever career start. He's going to take the race lead away and lead his first ever career laps in the Sigma ARCA series. Him and Michael Bird both lap leaders here tonight. It's crazy. You get a newcomer and how different, the entire complexion of the field changes. It's kind of what we saw last year here in the ARCA series when Snake Plissken joined very late in the fold, was out there winning races left and right. Different world. It's not like the real life NASCAR where, whoa, lap car. Milton works his way around him, but that was dicey. But yeah, unlike real life, very contrary. If you're a newcomer, it seems like you just hit a little harder out of the gates here in NR2003. Don't really have an explanation for it, but it happens time and time again. 49, we're going to go ahead and disqualify for not meeting moderate race pace here tonight. Actually ends up ruining the race for a handful of drivers there, holding them up on the high side, slowing the race down, and not able to get inside. Wow, they made it happen though. Terry Bull goes from the furthest back, it looks like from about a top 10 car to a 30th place car because of the slow traffic there. These ARCA races are just too quick. If you lose track position, it's usually pretty crucial and hard to recover from. So unless they get a late race caution here, there's probably not very likelihood that they get back into this race from the back there. Of course, we could have another late race caution. Stacks things back up and helps these drivers that got shuffled backwards. It's Josh Milton leading the race right now in the Dick's Sporting Goods Chevrolet for Calvin Steele Racing. Well, Josh Milton leads over the 74 there of Marcus Shields Kelly. Great racing all night so far here in Vegas. A lot of passing, a lot of back and forth. Correct, yes. Astro is technically, but we haven't switched her over to a Pontiac. So she is kind of. We've got her in your realm. I mean, for the most part, Chevy and Pontiac are the same company. So we just haven't repainted the scheme at all. Yes, correct. Look at that. The 72 of Pollard showing up to the party now, fighting for the race win here at Las Vegas. 30 laps to go. Would you imagine that? All the newcomers, Alex Pollard, Josh Milton, Junior McLaughlin, they're all up here fighting for the race win. Look at that. Pollard, he's going to get up to the front and lead his first ever career laps in the Sigma ARCA series. Top of the board, the 72 of Alex Pollard takes the top spot with 29 laps to go here tonight. Definitely a ebb and flow, back and forth kind of race here on tap. Seen so many drivers swap to the lead. Who's going to keep the lead at the final lap here tonight? Great battle for the race lead here. Alex Pollard defending against the likes of Marcus Shields Kelly. Like I've been saying, these newcomers, they've got a little bit of opportunities that the other field doesn't. And that is running both the Alpha and the Delta division at the end of the season here. Try and rack up points and beat one of those that may have been tied directly to Alpha or Delta division championship standings. Alex Pollard gets to mix it up with both sides, the Alpha division and the Delta division. Obviously the competition's a little different on both sides, so all he's got to do is worry about his race and not everyone else's. If he can build up those points, he could still technically win the ARCA title. Race the same amount of races, just racing against different divisional competitors each week. Very interesting kind of side note. I mean, not very normal circumstances by any means, but it just so worked out that we had a fresh class of ARCA drivers that showed up all at the same time right at the halfway point during the season. And I felt like the best way to make this fair was to give them all the same chance. Basically, everyone else will be running every other week. Well, these guys and new drivers will be racing every single week, right down to the last race of the year. And they've got a chance. They've got to go out there and prove it, just like they are here tonight. Alex Pollard heads up against the guy that is leading the overall points championship here in the ARCA series. That 74 of Marcus Shields Kelly. And so to put that into perspective, Marcus Shields Kelly is your overall 2026 ARCA race champion leader. Through 6 races this season for him, he has accrued 293 points. And so he's halfway through his season. Tonight, Alex Pollard looking to try and gain as many points as possible. A race win, which we know this because, believe it or not, Marcus Shields Kelly has not yet won a race. 68 points is the max you can get in the ARCA series, and back-to-back race winner Miko Kuna is unfortunately stepping away at the last race that he won. So opens up the door for some of these other drivers to start racking up those points and put themselves in the conversation with the likes of Marcus Shields Kelly, who leads the points, Adam Jefferson, and even Miko Kunes, who's stepped away at the end of last race that he won. We still have names like Chihiro Fujisaki on the Delta division, Paul Tabarini, Sarah Roberts, and Caden Uji. Barry Yerwall's here tonight. Matthias Pinto in the other division, as well as Boogie and Daniel Bogdasarov on the other side as well. Alex Pollard will get to race against all of them. Doesn't matter. And all he's got to do is rack up as many points as possible, and he could be in the championship bid. Taylor Cording moving back up through the field here. Alex Pollard doing something that very few rookies ever get to do out of the gate. This is race number 2 for him, and he's already fighting for a race win in the Sigma ARCA series. Totally hands off on my part. I mean, the AI do whatever they want to do. These are all, believe it or not, they are all identically spec'd ARCA cars. So there's no favoritism, especially from another Washington native to a Washington native with Alex Pollard there. This is totally AI randomosity. This is random numero generation, RNG, or RNGesus, as some might refer to it as. Totally random. And that's what we love about it. It's kind of like Pokemon, where you go out there shiny hunting. It's the thrill of the chase. It's the random, out of 39 people, there might be one person with the win every week. And that one person might be tuned in watching the broadcast. Well, all it takes is one. And eventually, one person will get that victory that's been trying forever. Sometimes that one person might start ending up being like Sheldon Creed. Not sure if they'll ever win a race. And then, of course, you'll have the, shows up in the second race and fights for a win kind of stats as well. So it's just hard to tell. We don't want lap traffic hindering this race. This is getting good. We want it to be all the way down to the finish here tonight. Dang, the 89 dropped way back. Michael Bird, 25th. And we got a caution here. Second caution of the night. Where did your top two people go? 8 and the 50. Huh. So this happened right at the lead. Your leaders wrecked each other here tonight. This does not happen very often either. What in the world is going on here? Okay, so during the DQs there, Mitchell Carter's leading this race over Taylor Cording. Taylor just drives it in too deep, and bam, in the outside wall they both go. They slide back down the track. Misses everyone there. Yeah, Taylor just overdrives it, and then they're hooked together like glue. Two of your veterans made a rookie mistake there. Very ARCA-esque rookie mistake. Fighting for the win, racing at the lead. Wow. And that gives Alex Pollard the lead back. Imagine my sheer confusement when I was trying to find the race leader and they were both missing. And it just so happened that they were the cause of the late race wreck here. Got Astro Atlas in the top 5 here. Derek Hipcam in the top 10. Okay, folks, it's getting good now with what should be about a 9-lap shootout. We got green-white checkers enabled in case we need it here tonight. Second caution was 2 leaders fighting for the win, wrecking each other. That was the 50 of Taylor Cording driving it in deep on the 8 of Mitchell Carter, wrecking both of them from the lead. Because of that, it's given Alex Pollard and Junior McLaughlin the top spot. This is only their second ever career start here in the Sigma ARCA series, and they're already showing up and showing down, leading laps and putting on a show. So 9 laps to go once the green flag drops on the restart here tonight. You also have Josh Milton in the mix in only his second career start. But then you have the likes of Jimmy West, who's a race winner this season, and Marcus Shields Kelly, your overall points leader as it stands. It's going to get good. We're down to single digits left here tonight. 9 laps remaining. Someone's going to come out on top. Very high potential for a first career win here tonight, especially from drivers in only their second career start. And we're back and rolling. Good start by Junior on the outside. Alex Pollard, though, not giving up. He's going to drive it in. Deep into turn 1. 72's got the advantage. He's going to close the door on Junior McLaughlin. And Jimmy West now sets his sights on the race lead with a good push from Josh Milton. Milton blowing by him. All of a sudden, Santi Messi in the mix here, who is deep in the field. Very deep in the field. Derek Hipcam closing in on the top 5 as well. They are fighting tooth and nail. Jimmy West leads the race with 8 laps to go. Derek Hipcam drives it in here, trying to get up to 3rd. He sees 3rd. Will he be able to secure it? Alex Pollard has it. Derek Hipcam wants it. Top 3 ahead. Here comes Josh Milton for the race lead. 8 laps remain, now 7 laps to go. Josh Milton, second career start. He's taking the top spot away from Jimmy West. Derek Hipcam with a good push here from Santi Messi. He still hasn't got to 3rd, but now he's fighting Jimmy West for the 3rd position. Alex Pollard has his sights set back on the race lead. He's going around Josh Milton. This is wild because these are 2 drivers with the least amount of experience in the field, and yet they're fighting for the race win like they know what it's all about. Great night. Good upset potential here. Whoa, I think they're about to wreck. I don't know how they didn't wreck. The 85's in the wall. Oh, and they're going to wreck. He's flipping. 85 goes for a tumble. We're going to have to exercise some overtime here tonight. Whoa. I saw that one happening from a ways back. Tyler McCarroll. So let's watch his lap here. There you have Blake Williams in the 51. Here comes Milano Grimm in the 15. And this is where it goes wrong right here. Gets clipped by the outlaw Blake Williams. Run him into the wall. Now 4 wide, 5 wide, it doesn't matter at this point. They're all just piling in. And he goes for a spinner. Flips over. Tough break, man. Wow. Ho, ho, ho. That's what's amazing about these ARCA races. You just never know what's going to happen. And it's usually pretty nasty when it does happen. Daniel Voiles was involved in that as well. The toughest of breaks goes to Tyler McCarroll there for tumbling, flipping over. I think Milton should be your race leader here. Wow. Don't usually see him flip very often. Yep, Josh Milton, your race leader, followed by Alex Pollard. Derek Hipcam with the top 3 at the moment. Sarah Robert, Jimmy West, Santi Messi, Jonathan Sheridan, Milano Grimm, Junior McLaughlin with Marcus Shields Kelly. Of course, the one that caused the caution, Blake Williams, after taking out Tyler McCarroll there. Then it's Matthew Hubert, Jeff Bolton, Philip Manning, and Lenora Hathaway, followed by Astro Atlas, Mark Walker, Barry Yerwall, Steve Miller, and Caden Unji. Michael Bird's got a little bit of damage on the left-hand side there. Kyle Chestnut, Timothy Buchanan, Alex Prime, Mitchell Carter, Terry Bull, Taylor Cording, Dale Bush, Kyle Ottawa, and Daniel Voiles, your 30 drivers left on track here tonight. We're going to go into overtime. We double overtime here tonight, actually. The trucks at Michigan, we saw overtime. And now ARCA here tonight as well at Vegas with some overtime racing action. What, did I miss a turn 1 wreck? Where did I miss? Who? This last turn? Oh. Oh, that's where we missed the 89 getting wrecked after the fact. Good catch. I appreciate the insight there. That's exactly what we missed, was how the 89 of Michael Bird got his damage there. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get doubled up for maybe the last time here tonight. Can't guarantee that by any means. But Milton is going to have the inside. Pollard is going to have the outside. Derek Hipcam down the inside. Now is the time to make the moves worthy to win the race. Put yourself in a scenario, and it might be your last scenario here tonight to get the job done. Who is going to have what it takes to lock it in? We might have a first-time winner amongst your top 4 there. Who could get it done, or are we going to see another repeat winner in the top 5 there? You got Santi Messi, of course, a proven winner in the ARCA series. Alex Pollard gets the jump. He's going to close the door on Milton. 2 newcomers, newbies to the series, but they ain't newbies by any means. They're proven contenders for race wins already out of the gates. Pollard is going to lead them to the white flag here tonight. As long as there's no more cautions, 1 more lap to go. Race is official. White flag. 1 more to go. Pollard leads Milton. Roberts is in 3rd with Hipcam in 4th. Alex Pollard has to hold off a hard charge in Milton here. They're going to have to defend going into turn 3. I mean, not turn 1. This is a battle for the race win. Milton's going to go in there, and he's going to drive out with the lead. I've never seen it this crazy. Josh Milton gets the job done over Alex Pollard. 2nd race of his career. Wow. Derek Hipcam brings it home 3rd. Sarah Robert 4th. Jimmy West, Jonathan Sheridan, Jeff Bolton top 10. Blake Williams, Junior McLaughlin, and Santi Messi your top 10. followed by Lenora Hathaway, and a whole handful of them there, getting the top 15, top 20 on back. Well, welcome to the series, Mr. Milton. Josh Milton did not have to wait long to find himself in victory lane. Alex Pollard was right there in the mix tonight too, and just a matter of, inches on the racetrack where it could have went either which way. Pollard comes up short, but nothing to be ashamed about. And that marks race number 15 of 27 here in the ARCA Championship calendar 2026. Man, it's going to be kind of bittersweet parting ways with the ARCA series. We've definitely had some of the cooler, crazier moments in the Sigma ARCA series the last couple years. I feel like we can move that to Bridge to Cup and even Cup with these moments like tonight, where you have something wild, you have something crazy, and I think it's just going to be a bit of a spectrum shift. So yeah, while it, at the moment kind of bittersweet knowing that we won't have the ARCA series to look forward to next year, it definitely does open that window for some bigger moments in some of our bigger series as well.
Did you have any ignition problems?
3 of your newcomers bring it home. Top 10 here tonight in the Sigma Alpha race here at Las Vegas. Next up on the calendar is Indy. We're going to go to Indy on a couple different occasions. And Bridge to Cup and ARCA 1911 Indianapolis on the Brickyard. That'll be cool. But that is a wrap here tonight. Congratulations to Milton, Josh Milton, in only his second career start. It's a trend that's happened more times than you'd realize. Second career starts have converted to race wins more times than one would imagine. It's crazy that it's happened more times than once. But yeah, definitely gonna be a pretty cool victory here, and he'll definitely be celebrating in Vegas style. We'll roll into the next race tomorrow night, Bridge to Cup doubleheader. Hopefully all can tune in and catch it. But otherwise, if not, just stay tuned for more ARCA racing action and trucks later next week. So thanks again, everyone. Hopefully enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks again for tuning in. Can't say thank you enough. But other than that, have a great night, everyone. Stay safe out there. And until next time, this is Jakester signing out.